Hello to everybody watching this channel, and today I am here to explain the poem Where the Mind is Without Fear. So, this is written by Rabindranath Tagore, and it is one of the most famous patriotic poems which he had written before independence. It was originally written in Bengali in his famous book Gitanjali, for which he has also won the Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1913. But later on, he had translated this poem into English. Some of his most famous books are, you can say, Kabliwala, Gora, The Post Office, Chokerwali, and certain books have also been made into films. So, Tagore wanted so Tagore has written this poem before independence. So he basically wanted a nation to be free from fear, ignorance, divisions, and oppressions. So one can say that this poem is a prayer to God as well as a vision for humanity. So let's directly go into the poem. I'll explain the poem line wise. So the first line says, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. So here the poet dreams of a country where people live without fear. They live freely with self-respect and they should have their own dignity and confidence. The next line, where knowledge is free. So here the poet believes that there should not be any discrimination for education. Discrimination in the sense like caste, class, religion, or wealth. So he wants everyone should get equal educational opportunities. Next, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Here also, he is trying to say that people should not be divided by barriers. Barriers such as caste, religion, language, or even regions. He wanted humanity to stay united. So he doesn't want any barriers between them. Next, where words come out from the depth of truth. Here he wants to say that people should speak honestly, truthfully, and fearlessly. People should not lie. So that's what his dream was about humanity. Next, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. So here he wanted to say that everyone should work hard with dedication and constantly try to achieve excellence in life. Next, where the clear streams of reasons has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habits. Well, here the poet is trying to say one should apply their own reasoning, logic, and wisdom. Where logic and wisdom should actually guide life instead of blind faith or outdated customs and meaningless traditions. So he wanted people to think logically and react logically instead of just blindly following any customs or traditions. Next, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thoughts and action. So here he's saying that God should guide human beings into broader thinking, progress, and noble actions. Next, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. So here the poet is actually saying a prayer to God to awaken his country into such a land of freedom, unity, truth, knowledge, and dignity. So if I can summarize the poem for you in short, so it would be like, in this poem, Tagore is actually saying a prayer for his country, where people without fear where people live without fear and with respect. He actually wants knowledge to be free for everyone and people not to be divided by religion, caste, or class. He dreams of a nation where people speak the truth, work hard, and use reasons instead of blind customs. Therefore, the poet asks God to guide his country into freedom, unity, and progress.